Hi everyone. I heard you were having trouble sleeping. So, I'm here to help. I'm here to help you fall asleep. I've got an array of objects here this evening that I will be experimenting, hopefully to drift you off into a state of slumber and perhaps relaxation. So first, what I would like you to do is, it's very easy, it's very simple, everyone can do it, is I want you to close your eyes and lay down on a couch, on your bed, on the floor, whatever feels relaxing and natural to you. I want you to do that, and I want you to take a couple of deep breaths. I want you to do this in order to put yourself in a state of receptiveness and relaxation. Before we even get into the ASMR portion of it, I think it's important to have a open mind, to be receptive and to be calm, to clear your head. So close your eyes, take a deep breath through your nose, and then I want you to exhale through your mouth for a tiny bit longer. Few seconds longer, 1 to 2 seconds longer is perfect. I want you to do this a couple of times. This is a common practice in meditation, and what this is going to do is regulate your breathing and put you in a state of relaxation. It's easy to say, just relax, but that never works. Seldom does it work. What really works is to have your body do something automatically that will put you in that state. So I want you to do that a few times, and then we will begin with the ASMR portion. What you're going to notice is you're going to feel a lot more tranquil, a lot more relaxed. And I want you to keep your eyes closed now if you feel comfortable, and I'm going to start to begin the ASMR portion. So first, what I'm going to do is I've got a bottle of seltzer here, and I love seltzer. It's great to drink, but it makes some really good sounds. And I contemplated drinking beer today, but it's Wednesday, so I didn't think it would be the best option. So I'm just going to open this up really quick and not spray myself, preferably. You can hear the suds a little bit. And this is really going to sound amazing when I pour it into my cup. So check this out. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Of course, beer sounds better, but it's Wednesday. I'm not going to drink beer on a Wednesday right now. And I don't normally make these videos, but in today's sort of climate and atmosphere, I acknowledge sometimes you guys might have trouble falling asleep, and it's important to address that. So, let's begin with some personal favorite of mine, some controller sounds. Now, you all know how much I love these controller sounds. But I have several different types of controllers here with me today, as well as a mouse. So we're gonna have some fun with that. You know what I can do also is move my seltzer over here so you can continue to hear it in the background a little bit better. So this is typically how I play. It's usually how I play. Recently got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I've been having a lot of fun with that game. May play it on the channel at some point, and that is how I generally play, especially that first fight against Raditz, because I was really inexperienced, still am, and I had no idea, how to properly play, so I'm just like spamming X to teleport out of his blasts. She got a message on Discord that made me smile. That's why I'm just like, just in case you guys were wondering why my eyes looked over to the corner of my screen there. You guys like my shirt? It says classically trained. This is true. Classically trained. Is that what it says? Yeah, classically trained. Not in music, of course. Video games. Less impressive. I could probably clean this controller a little bit, actually. Okay, now we're going to move on to the second controller this evening. My Sega Genesis controller here. This makes even better sounds, I think. It's a little dusty though. Probably should clean this controller as well. Got A, B, C, X, Y, and Z. my plan for the channel relatively soon is to get a 2 pairs of Rode microphones so that I can have them separated and have a more of a binaural sort of effect. And not to mention, these microphones are also going to sound better, so I'll be able to have a better quality of audio for the channel. Hopefully you guys will notice and enjoy it. The biggest problem I find with the Blue Yeti is it picks up too much background noise, and it's also on top of my desk, and so you can kind of hear, you know, the sounds of the desk and stuff. So it's served me well for 3 years, but I think that an upgrade is it's needed, I would say. Okay, now we're going to move on to my third and final controller this evening. I'm going to unravel this a little bit so I can have a little more space to touch the buttons and whatnot. There's a lot of sound today on the streets, yo. It just comes with the territory of living in New York. All that really means is that there's a lot of post-editing I have to do. But you guys don't have to worry about that. That's my problem. Sometimes I will use this controller for my PC gaming for certain games like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Although now Steam has become very console control friendly, so I can actually use my PlayStation controller to play Kakarot on Steam. So it's practically like I'm playing the PlayStation, except the PC's better, in my opinion. But it's a fact, let's be honest. What I really like is you have control over changing things. You know, like if you want to upgrade your CPU, you can. If you want to upgrade your graphics card to get better performance, you can do that as well. You have full control over the system. Whereas with console, you really don't. You're limited. Plus, when you play on PC, you have access to mods. So you can just mod these games For example, one of the things that really, I'm ranting now, but one of the things that bothers me about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you cannot play as a lot of the characters like Krillin, Tien, Yamcha. You can't play as them, and a lot of people are just like, oh, who cares about those characters? But maybe I want to play as Krillin, you know? I want to have the option. And there's a mod that lets you do that. You can unlock all of these characters and play as them. So, you know, just little things like that. But I digress. That's not why we're here. Okay, that's the final controller this evening. And now we are going to explore my Razer Naga gaming mouse that I have right here. Let's take it out. This makes some really interesting sounds. I really like the sounds that this makes. My stomach's growling. I'm a little bit hungry. Something relaxing to me about the mouse sound, you know? Maybe it's because some of my fondest memories are getting a computer for the first time, and being able to explore the internet, you know, American Online, AOL, dial-up, and just hearing these clicks, you know, back when Internet Explorer was like the main browser you would use, and you would, you know, click on it and you hear the little, you know, and then you reload the page and it would be like, make that sound effect. It's like something nostalgic about it for me, because life was so much more simple back then, you know. It's all you really cared about was exploring these new sites, Pokemon.com, Digimon.com, you know. The internet was a pure place full of wonder and mystery. I still love the internet, but, you know, it was in its infancy back then, and there was something charming about it. You know, now the internet, if you really want to, it can practically make you a sandwich. You know, you press a couple buttons and you've got a sandwich coming to your house, which is great, but, you know, it's just so much more complex. I don't think anybody ever predicted that the internet would be in a stage where I could record a video of me whispering into a microphone, upload it to YouTube for thousands of people to watch. Nobody could have predicted that, I think. Sounds very interesting. All right. Now, let's move on to one of my personal favorites for ASMR, Fidget Spinner. I did find these things obnoxious when they first became a thing. I don't even know if anybody uses these anymore, but I have one. And I really only use it for ASMR videos at this point, right? Like, that's it. I think it makes a nice sound when it cuts through the air. So. It's nice. Guys, I really miss going to the gym. I know it's random, but all I do is run these days and do at-home ab workouts. I really miss lifting weights. I feel so out of shape, it's crazy. More so like not out of shape, but weak, you know? It's, will keep you. But I'd be thankful for what I have, right? Now, let's move on to Rubik's Cube. Ew. I like the way Rubik's Cubes sound. Maybe I can solve it while I help you guys relax. Probably not, though. Probably not. You know, I don't think I'm doing so hot with this right now. So I'm probably not going to solve it at this juncture, but hey, you know, a guy can dream. You know, I tried. What can I say? I really think that you need to just be able to understand the geometries of the world, you know? I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Yeah, I don't know if you should like focus on one color at a time or if it's just a combination of everything, but you know, whatever it is, I'm not really doing it correctly, so I'm just gonna focus on the ASMR aspect, right? Instead of trying to solve this. Let's be honest, I ain't going to, so it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's most definitely not going to happen, it is. It's not. It's my British accent. It's quite shy, innit? It's a little Easter egg there. You can hear the spring more than the actual Rubik's Cube. Which I guess has its own trigger in a way when you think about it, right? And I also have 2 Jenga blocks. I don't have a whole Jenga set, but I think they make good sounds. actually decided not to wear my headphones today because I can actually hear the sound in real time, which helps me gauge how effective it actually is coming off, how effective it is for ASMR. So, and when I wear my headphones, sometimes more background noise gets picked up than there actually is because the microphone is so sensitive. And it distracts me from actually doing the ASMR properly, so defeats the purpose of monitoring the audio, I think. It smells weird. Like wood, I guess, but I don't know what I was trying to go for there. Okay, now we are going to move on to book tapping. I have here a book that I got a while ago. This is Thug Kitchen. Yeah, Thug Kitchen. Eat like you give a flip. You know what I'm saying? It's a vegan cookbook that I never used because I'm not a vegan. But wanted to eat a little more, conscientiously, and I never did. So at some point I'm going to crack this baby open and try some of the recipes, but today is not that day. But it will make for some good sounds for this video. It's funny, this book still has that new book smell that you get whenever you purchase a book for the first time, but I've had this book for years. That's the funny thing. That's how little I've cracked it open. I'm not trying to be disparaging or anything like that. I just like to eat meat, so it's like I never really have a taste for an all vegetarian dish. So I never have a desire, Now, for this last portion of the video, I want to take a look at some of the recipes and do some page flipping, but I'm also going to be doing some gum chewing, and saved it towards the end of the video because some people don't like gum chewing, and so if you don't like it, either you're asleep or you can leave the video now. Either way, it's not going to bother anybody who remains on this video, is my assumption. So let's crack this baby open and place it into my mouth. Some people really don't like gum chewing. And I used to be in that camp too, actually. Wasn't a fan of gum chewing, but it depends on the person, I think. So I've really come around to it in recent times. My book just fell. So let's take a look at the official cookbook for people who care about what they eat, I guess. So we want you to give a damn about what you eat, but it all just seems too difficult or expensive. Well, we're not buying that, and you shouldn't either. We're not going to lecture you or complicate shit. We're just here, to help you eat your vegetables. I'm trying not to curse, by the way, because I have a theory that my channel gets filtered if I curse, so I'm going to try not to. Because, you guys are children and you've never heard the F word before, clearly. But, that's what YouTube thinks, apparently. So if you're ready to upgrade your cooking game, step into Thug Kitchen. So, let's take a look at some recipes, shall we? I'm just trying to get to the recipes, and they're giving me a whole lot of we're gonna get to a recipe here anytime soon, or is this just like the most basic of things first? I would think, like rice and quinoa. Okay. All right. First thing we have here is quinoa oatmeal. So the fiber, and there's not really a picture, honestly, but it says the fiber in oatmeal helps you control your blood sugar and keeps you feeling full until lunch. The quinoa gives your morning a little extra protein, because why the flip not? Start your day right by owning the shit out of it. Serve the oatmeal with fresh fruit, nuts, maple syrup, brown sugar, whatever the flip will get you through the day. And then you've got some instructions on how to do this. Okay, here we go. This is mixed veggie and tofu chilaquiles. I don't even know if I said that right, but here we go. Let's put that back here. See what that looks like there. So this dish also makes for a hearty breakfast the morning after a big party. So if your head is still pounding and your stomach is grumbling, chilaquiles will set your ass straight. And this has some corn tortillas, some tofu, soy sauce, some onions, some avocados on top. It looks pretty good, actually. I wouldn't mind it. This is tofu scrambled tacos. See that right there. And this is exactly what you think. It's basically tofu tacos with some avocados, some cilantro, and you put some broccoli in there, and top it with your favorite salsa. And it looks pretty damn good. Tofu is interesting because it pretty much tastes like whatever you season it with. So it's not going to be, particularly tasteless if you do it right, I think. So let's skip to lunch if we can. Let's see what we got in the I'm trying to find something that's interesting to me. Coconut lime rice with red beans and mango. That looks pretty good. Check this out. So this is a one pot dish. Got some brown rice, some shallots, some fresh minced ginger, some coconut milk, some vegetable broth, red beans. You can chop some cilantro and green onions to put on top for serving. It was pretty good. What else we got here? I'm still looking for like that one dish that's going to like blow my mind though, and I haven't found it just yet, to be honest. I mean, all this is probably good, I'm sure, you know, if you prepare it the right way. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but I'm looking for something with a little more punch, you know, a little more substance. Of course, you know, I just kind of skimmed through the book. I didn't particularly look through too much of it. So, let's see. It is making me hungry though, so I guess that's successful in its own way. So breakfast, a lot of breakfast. Let's do a quick jump. Oh, okay. Looks pretty good. See, this is what I was looking for. This is roasted sriracha cauliflower bites with peanut dipping sauce, and this looks pretty awesome, actually. Check this out. All right, well, that's pretty good. This is to make sure I don't hit the microphone. These are buffalo bites with bones are a waste of flavor space and snacking time. And I don't know if I agree with that, but I get their point. Make some spicy cauliflower bites for your next party. So you can basically do the same thing you do with chicken, you know. Get some cauliflower, get some of that delicious, delicious buffalo sauce that we all know and love, and drench the crap out of the cauliflower with it, you know. And I'm all for that. That sounds pretty good. You can also make a pretty good burger with using a portobello mushroom instead of using a burger. So I've heard. I mean, now we have the whole, like, you know, veggie burger movement. You know, like the Impossible Whopper and stuff like that, but let's get ourselves a taco or burrito, maybe. Let's see, what do we got? This book is massive, so it's hard to navigate. Okay, here we go. I think I like this one to end on, I would say, because this is making me very, very hungry, and this is a good recipe. This is mixed mushroom and spinach lasagna. See, this I could go for. If there was anything I was going to make on this list so far, this would be it. So, this shit is a little complicated, but it's worth it. Make it when you've got people to impress or when you're really lonely. Real talk, this lasagna is better than friends. That's good to know. So, you're going to put all the ingredients for the pesto in a food processor. You're going to blend until it's smooth-ish. If you don't have a food processor, chill out. Just put the almonds in a plastic bag and smash them with a rolling pin or a can until they are tiny, and chop up the rest super small. Mix it with a fork until it looks like a paste, and then you set it aside. Next, you're going to make a filling. You're going to remove any tough mushroom stems and slice up the mushrooms into pieces no larger than a nickel. Heat the oil in a large saute pan over medium heat. You're going to add the mushrooms and saute for about 2 minutes. You're going to fold in the spinach, add a small pinch of salt, and cook until the spinach is wilted. And then about 3 more minutes. And then you're going to turn off the heat, stir in 2 tablespoons of the pesto, taste, and add a little more if you want. You know how you do. Heat your oven to 365 degrees Fahrenheit. They don't give Celsius because apparently, the rest of the world doesn't matter. Grab an 8 by 10 inch baking dish. Cook the noodles according to the package directions. Ladle about 1 cup of the marinara sauce into the bottom of the baking dish and lay down enough noodles to cover the bottom with just a bit of overlap. Spread about 1/3 of the ricotta down, followed by 1/3 of the mushroom filling, and then pour another cup of the sauce over the top. Spread a spoonful or 2 of the pesto over all of that, and then do another layer of the noodles. Repeat the whole process until you run out of room, and top with the final layer of noodles. Cover the noodles with the remaining sauce. If you want to look extra fancy, add sliced tomato rounds on the top. Cover that whole heavy mother flipper with foil and throw it in the oven for about 30 minutes. I want to curse so bad, I really do. You have no idea. Gently take off the foil after that and bake it until the edges of the noodles start to look a little golden. Another 25 to 30 minutes. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes before going to town. Top with some of the remaining pesto and serve. So, there you have it, guys. Hopefully by this point, you're fast asleep, or you exited this video because you're sick of me. Either way, I'm fine with it as long as some people found some enjoyment from this video and are relaxed and calm. So, thanks guys for tuning in. I know that in today's world there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of crazy things going on, and so whenever I can just jump on here and make a video that will help you guys relax and relieve stress, then that makes me feel good and that makes me feel happy. It is something that I am very passionate about and happy to do it, so never feel like you're out of line when you ask me to make a certain type of video. If you have a request, just let me know and I'll look into it. I'm here to help. So, have a good night, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.